Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our midweek reading. We're just going to do a couple decks, not too long. Then again, I should never say that because they always end up being longer than expected. But I have Angel Wisdom Tarot, which we're going to use. I have Micah Magic, which is the deck that I created in memory of my daughter. There's 100 cards in this deck, and it's kind of like a manifestation deck. We're going to use my Messages for Money, the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and then Angel Answers. Okay, so I have all of them here. I'm going to start with Messages for Money. So we're just going to dive right in. I've already opened Sacred Space. Okay, first message: you activate me when you nap. So this is all about how this is your vibration. So when we're looking to call in more abundance in our life, we have to kind of drop all resistance. And resistance might look like limiting beliefs, thinking you have to work really, really hard. You're in this grind. I got to go. And the universe is saying, just stop, take a nap, and watch. More money will show up. For me, when I go for long walks, that usually settles my resistance, or when I nap. So when I channeled this card, and everything's in the description box below if you'd like to purchase my decks. But when I channeled this card, it's because I can't even tell you how many times I've shushed my ego when it's telling me to work or to create more content or to do, whatever it is, to clean my house, to do the laundry. And I follow what my soul really wants, which is to rest, to take a nap. There's going to be that voice that says you shouldn't be napping. Okay. And we've been alive. I've been alive for 41 years. I don't know how old you are, but how often are we really resting our nervous system and our mind? Most of us grew up in survival mode. A lot of us maybe didn't, but now we are in survival mode as adults, trying to grind and make money and to live out our soul's mission and our purpose. And it's not very often that we rest. And even if we are resting, we're still watching something or looking at our phone or thinking and imagining what we want for ourselves. But how often are you just turning it all off and completely resting? So first message is somebody needs to take a nap to call in more money. Okay, we're going to do Micah Magic. Make the change, you will feel amazing. So whatever that first thought was that you just thought of, that's what you need to change. Could be your diet, could be your routines, it could be where you live, the people that you've been hanging out with, your partnership. This one kind of flipped up, waiting for the perfect wave. Maybe before you make that change, you've been telling yourself, well, I need X, Y, and Z to be in a row or to happen before I can do it. No, we just take action, and that actually gets the ball rolling. Okay. Okay, next message. More Micah Magic. Hold the line. We have make the change and then we have hold the line. So if we ever get contradicting messages, normally, so hold the line and waiting for the perfect wave are very similar, right? And then make the change, you will feel amazing is action. So if we get two signs, two cards that say non-action and action, I always take whatever outweighs the other. So right now you're being called to slow down, to rest. You're waiting for the perfect sign or breadcrumb from the universe. And then when that comes in, then you're going to make the change. Okay. So we just kind of revised this reading. It said, do something now. We're saying no. We nap. We wait for a breadcrumb. We wait for the next moves. Hold the line. Something's coming. You're waiting for the perfect wave. You're not going to take action on something that's not amazing for you. Okay. Should we do two more? Let's do two more Micah Magic. Do two more. Deciding between two options. Okay, so this could also be somebody else in your life who you're looking for them to take action. They're trying to figure out what to do. They're like, I don't know which one to choose. I don't know which way to go. And they're waiting for that perfect wave. They're waiting for the signal to start, the confirmation to go for it. But they're deciding between like maybe they want to get to you or they want to get to a new job, but they're just like, I can see two different options right now and I don't know which one to take. You are being admired online. Okay, so this could be a partnership. You guys know all my readings always end up being about partnership or money. So I just heard somebody has to tell somebody how they feel. Or maybe somebody has been admiring you online and now they're ready to speak up. Now they're ready to say, yep, I've decided. I've been waiting for the perfect wave. I've been waiting for the perfect time to tell you that you're it, that I love you, that I want to make this work, that I'm sorry. And maybe the person who is receiving this communication, maybe you're meant to nap. Maybe you're meant to relax until this comes in. Bottom of the deck. Yep. I think spirit is really telling us that this is what's happening. Is that person really wants to communicate to you and you're meant to go into your cave and just wait. You're waiting for that perfect wave to come to you. I love this Micah magic deck because it just always tells such a story. There's so many different types of cards. There's animals in here. There's angel numbers. There's money cards. It's such a cool variety. So I highly recommend if you want some magic in your life, go purchase this deck. Confirmation. Speak your truth. Tell the person that you love them. I also believe that on a serious note, the way the world is going, we need all people in their partnerships. We did not come here to traverse this life single, alone, or in partnerships that are not growing and not expanding and not encouraging us. The narcissistic tendencies, those relationships right now are ending and they need to end. And that's the deciding between two options. Is do I stay in my comfort zone and stay with what's familiar and deal with this pain and the suffering? Or do I step out and break free and say, I'm done. I am moving on. I no longer want this. I don't know what's ahead. I don't know if I'll get rejected. I don't know if everything will work out. I don't know where the money's going to come from, but I am sick of feeling like this. So I'm going to take this step to go towards where my heart really wants to be, where I've been thinking I'd be happier. I always say, if you follow your heart, you can never go wrong. And I did a video a little bit ago about how when we're on a spiritual path and we're doing our soul's mission, money shows up. So if you've been in a drought and you're in a partnership that you know is not healthy for you and that you know is like making you physically sick and it's draining your bank account, that is 100% the universe letting you know it's time to go. And a bag in my kitchen just totally moved. So when you are choosing yourself and you're saying, I'm not going to put up with this treatment anymore, I'm realizing that I am married to my parents. I am married to one of my parents. I'm trying to, I'm codependent on them. And I'm realizing that I'm a beautiful soul and I can do it on my own. And for just a little comfort for you guys, like I'm doing it on my own. I don't have a partner. I don't have amazing finances, but I'm figuring it out. And I might go 2 or 3 weeks without money. And then all of a sudden I'll get a big drop of like $2,000 or $3,000 out of nowhere. And it was like, hey, we're supplying you the money because you're doing what your soul is calling you to do. You're with the right people. You're talking about wonderful things on YouTube. So we're going to feed you and pay your bills for you. But you might have to wait a couple weeks. And that's part of this journey, is trusting in that drought that something is always going to drop. Okay. And I'm learning that lesson right now. So I know it's hard. It's really scary. But if you're in a partnership where you're never having to deal with that, or money is you're really in a drought and you've been in a drought for years, that might be because you're in the wrong relationship. Those partnerships drain your bank account because the universe turns off your flow because you're not in love. When you're in love, your heart's beating with joy, you're having fun, you're excited to wake up in the morning, you can't wait to see your person, you can't wait to work out with them. You just feel good. You feel more in your own body doing what you're meant to be doing. And that's when money can come to you because you're just feeling so good. There's a huge connection with money and love. Massive. Anytime I'm dating somebody or talking to somebody and I'm just so smitten, my bank account, it's like I can manifest so much faster because I'm in that energy. It doesn't have to do with the person. It has to do with how I feel in the connection with the person. Okay, so after this one, we're going to move on to Angel Wisdom Tarot, but we have an ending to a new beginning. So something does have to come to an end. All right, I'm going to lay these all out here. Fast forward the video if you'd like. Okay, now we're going to do tarot. And I was going to do a tarot card for each Micah magic, but we're just going to do whatever comes out and then I'll lay it wherever I feel like it fits. And I realize that you guys can't really see the cards. That's okay. I think it would cut my head off if I were to drop the camera down. But I'm doing this standing up because I hurt my back and I'm not feeling so hot. So sitting down hurts a little bit. Okay. Two of Pentacles. This is balancing time, overworked, needing to balance play and work. It says working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. And you can see he has an infinity on his chest. That could be a sign for somebody. He's balancing two clocks. So it's like time's a ticking. It's like, I got to make a decision. I'm on this tightrope on rough waters, on a boat, balancing time, trying to figure it all out. I'm overwhelmed. I feel squeezed and I don't know what to do. And this is, again, confirmation. Usually Two of Pentacles is deciding between two options. Which way do I go? Where am I going to be happiest? And I always say, when you take leaps and you go towards what lights you up, the money, the resources, everything shows up after you make the decision energetically. Like you could sit there and say, okay, universe, you write it in your journal, I'm going to end this relationship. I'm going to leave this job, and you commit to it. That's when everything starts to line up afterwards, because the universe finally got you to surrender. You're like, I surrender. I can't do this anymore. Please help me. And that's when everything starts to unfold. I'm excited for somebody because I feel like this reading is activating you. I feel it in my legs. I feel like antsy. I feel like it's activating you that you can do this. You are meant for more. Queen of Cups. Loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others, but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition, a deep love of friends and family. Follow your heart. Man, spirit is so good. So remember when I said earlier that when you follow your heart, all the resources, everything arrives. This is spirit saying that you can be her. If you look at this card, she has a fish on the top of her cup. I believe there's a mermaid. Yeah, there's a tiny little mermaid. Can you see her up there? So this represents a queen who is kind of like a rare breed. Like you're not going to find her anywhere. And I believe that this kind of queen energy lives within all of us. It is something that we all can have and can feel. We can feel loving. We can feel compassionate. It's that heart chakra. And I'm wearing green today. So that's perfect for this card because the heart chakra is green. That's the color of that chakra. And the high heart is in the chest area. So when you're in love, when you're being compassionate, when you're becoming somebody, like normally partnerships, they usually bring out a side of us that we didn't even know we had within us. They make us better. They show us more of who we are. You know, when you're around somebody and you feel called to speak differently because you want to not impress them, but you want to be good for them. You want to nurture them. That's this energy. Is it turns on your heart. and it opens you up. And now you're like, wow, I was in all of these past relationships and I was not her, or I was not him. This could be masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But a lot of times we are in partnerships that shrink and close up our heart, and we don't have that capacity to feel safe to say the cute, silly things that you would naturally say when you were a kid, and that you're naturally going to say with your divine counterpart. And when you're in these narcissistic relationships, it's like your childhood. You weren't allowed to speak. You were shushed. You were neglected. You were told you were stupid. And now you've attracted a situation where you're receiving that same treatment. And it's time to say, I'm done with that pattern. I am completely done. I am choosing where my heart is going to be held. And I know that I've met certain people in my life where, and I've only said it once to one person, that I wanted to hold their heart. And I didn't even know that. I've never said that before in my entire life, but he just activated me in some way where it made me want to be this Queen of Cups. He made me want to be the most nurturing woman. I wanted to just like soothe every ounce of his being. I literally told him, I was like, I want to hold your heart. I'm like, I don't know. I've never said that before. And I hope he still believes me that I mean it. Like, I want to hold his heart. I want to hold his heart with him. I don't want him to take his heart out of his body and give it to me, because that's unhealthy. That's codependency. But if we can hold our hearts together and nurture each other and fill our own cups up, and then fill the relationship cup up, which is kind of like this energy. This cup is the relationship cup. Okay. This is the ultimate relationship partner, the divine partner who has settled. It's that divine connection calms all waters. Any rough waters that you've been in, you get with this person and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel peaceful. I feel calm. I can be myself with this person. They've seen me in all of my shit and they still love me. That's divine connection, because you know that they probably hold the same template as you. They probably have been through the same things as you. And that's why they forgive you and have compassion for you, because they're the same as you. So I think somebody is moving into these connections where you're moving out of what's not a match to you, what closes off that heart, and you're moving towards becoming somebody who says, I want to hold your heart. And you're like, wait, what? Like, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. This is so weird. It's so bizarre, but you make me a better person. You make me want to be more loving. And I think that's what God designed us to do. He designed us to activate each other so that we can create and birth this new way of being that we both didn't even know was possible. Or I just heard that you two are coming together. There's a safety that both of you have never felt before, that you two activate in each other, and you feel the sense of safety. Even if their actions haven't shown you that, you just feel it in the core essence of who they are. I literally just blacked out and I was like, what did I just say? I don't remember everything I just said. I can't wait to watch this back. I'm totally being channeled through right now. Okay, it's over. The lies and the deception. Okay, the person has learned from their patterns and their mistakes. We have 5 of Swords. It says an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Yes. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. That's these relationships that are ending. They are not down for you. They're making you feel like, I can't trust these. We're throwing up all these knives and I don't know who to trust, and I don't know how to dodge and get out of the way of their cutting words. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life. So this person is in a partnership. I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is you who I'm speaking to, or your counterpart, or your future partner, but they are with another person or in a situation where it's not healthy, right? It's not healthy. And they're distracted by their daily life. They're just going to work, completing the cycle, doing the habits, doing the routines, and they're not seeing this gift that is right in front of them. They're missing it. It says the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world, wake up. literally says, wake up. So I had a dream last night. I felt guided to share this, that it was kind of like, what's my mission? Michelle, what's your mission? What is your point of your channel? Where are you going next? What should you be creating? And it was clear as day. It was like an angel had come and spoken to me in my dream. I don't know who it was, but it was a voice that I could just hear. Could have been God's voice. I don't know. It wasn't very deep. It was just like a very subtle voice that says, you're here to wake people up. You're here to assist people who are waking up. You're here to attract a tribe of people who are newly on this journey and they don't understand what's happening to them. And a lot of times I attract people who are in partnerships that are unhealthy and they need to wake up to see that this is not for you. As a light worker, I had this vision in my dream that I was going into a dark cloud, and then I would come out of the dark cloud and I'd have this tribe of people who woke up because of my light. Because I went into the dark cloud, I started shining a light on all the people who are like me. And I was like, hey, you're not meant to be here. You're not meant to be in this darkness. Let's get you out. Let me take your hand. Let me guide you out. And I believe that that's my guide showing me that that's my purpose on YouTube right now. I am literally, if I am bumping into you on the internet, if I'm bumping into you in person, you have found me because I'm pulling you out of some sort of darkness. I am waking you up to your truth and to who you really are. And I am so being channeled through right now. I'm so passionate about this. Even Michelle, like the Michelle part of me, I don't want anybody stuck in a pattern because it's part of childhood. I want you out. I want you free. I want you living your best life. I want you in connections where people nurture you and they want to rub your feet and they want to hear about your day and they want to just stare at you and say, wow, God made you perfect. You are beautiful. If you're not in a partnership where somebody cannot say that to you, you have to look at yourself and say, why am I in this? You know, is this person loving in certain ways and just not capable of saying things like that? I don't know. And are they willing to grow to get to that space? You have to ask yourself that tough question. But I believe that and you guys too, you're light workers, if you're here, our mission is to pull people out of the darkness. The more we can wake people up on our planet, the more people we have in masses to meditate, to heal our planet, to bring more love. And imagine if we go into these dark clouds and we weed out all the shitty partnerships. We weed out all the narcissism and we get them out, right? Can you imagine how bright that cloud would be? It wouldn't be a cloud anymore. We would be in this bright sunshine, this big ball of light, and everyone would be feeling invigorated when they wake up in the morning. And it's because you went and helped them. You helped them get out of that relationship, but it starts with us. We cannot be in these partnerships or at these jobs where our soul is diminished and we're crushed and we don't know the way out. And if you need help, book a session with me because I know that there's so many of us who have to make that transition. And the money piece is really, really scary. But trusting that, I feel like, where was that one card at? When you actually, and the nap could represent when you're finally in alignment with who you are, when you finally get to rest and you're not struggling at that job or you're not struggling to, I just got a recommendation that if you can take a leave of absence from your job, do that. Because when you take a leave of absence, you're resting your nervous system. It's kind of like a nap and you get more inspiration in that energy. Another message, everything is coming through so fast right now. I'm not going to apologize for myself, but I want to say this is not my normal channeling. So something amazing is happening here. So jot these notes down if it's resonating with you. But if you're somebody who is at that 9-to-5 job or at any job, right? And you're feeling like it's just not for you, but you're like, Michelle, I can't just quit. And I get it. Don't quit. I don't want you to be in that unknown. I want you to do it the right way that's good for your nervous system. But if you can take maybe 2 days off, okay? Take 2 days off, step away from your family for the 2 days. Try to go be by yourself. When was the last time you spent an entire 24 hours by yourself? not tending to the needs of somebody else, not tending to your needs at work, to the house, to the chores, to your car, to all these different things. You are literally disconnecting from your life. I need you to go book a hotel room, to go do something, drive away just for the 24 hours and then come back home to sleep. But get yourself out of your normal routine and go do something that you used to do as a kid. Maybe go to the batting cages and hit balls. Maybe go to the driving range. Maybe go to a dance studio or a yoga class or something that you use, maybe a painting class or clay. Do something totally different so that all of the neurons in your brain are like, what is going on? When you do that, you are breaking through all of that dark cloudiness in your head, and all of a sudden, the solutions to your life arrive and you get clarity. You get so much clarity when you travel out of your normal routine. You stop driving to the same place every day. You stop driving in that same car. Maybe take public transportation, maybe take an Uber, do something so different. That was a really strong message that when you take yourself out of your normal routine and be by yourself, you can see the narcissism more clearly. You can see where love is more clearly. And then you can start asking for confirmation on how to take action to leave these situations. Okay, final card in this deck. And then we're going to do angel answers. Oh, how fitting. If you guys are familiar with the tarot, we have the 10 of Swords, which is literally an ending. And then that's what this card is. So we have both of these. So we have the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction, or a melodramatic reaction. Yes. Somebody is walking away. See, you're packing your bags and you're leaving your old life. It's time. The world is changing and we need more people. This person was in the dark in this house. They didn't even know their own potential. And maybe you were their light, or maybe you were their guide or their friend or their family member who could say, hey, you can't see right now, but you're in the dark and I can see clearly for you. Just trust me. Just take the step. You can do this. Okay, let's do some angel answers. What do we need to know about this relationship or this leaving this job? What do we need to know next? Is this right for us at this current time? Choose a new direction. Okay, confirmation. Your angels are saying yes. You need a new direction. You need to break out of the cycle of your life. Go talk to the person who activates you, who makes you feel like you're Superman or Superwoman, okay? Be around the people that will support you. And then we're going to end with one Rider-Waite, which is the original tarot. So we're going to take one final card, one final message, Spirit, for this week. One final message. The Empress. Heck yes. The Empress is the combination of all the queens put together. She is this bomb ass chick, and this could be a guy or girl. You are this bomb ass person who, this is who you're about to become. I'm hearing this is when you make these choices and when you set yourself up to be in an environment that you've never been in before. And you're like, I want to see who I can be in this life. I did not come here to do this. I did not come here to be predictable. I came here to figure out who I am. And it feels really good to protect and to provide or to nurture and to love and to cook and to clean. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more of who I can be in this lifetime. And this is part of your light worker. This is part of your light worker mission. You don't even know what you really came here to do yet. And it's coming through you this week. You are getting the inspiration. You're feeling the urge. And remember, when you're leaving something, you want to have not a plan, but you want to make sure that you're really there. Like I always tell my clients, when it's time to leave something, you just wake up and you just know it's time. You know, I thought about it for 4 months leaving my teaching job. And I was like, I know I should be doing it, but I don't know when. And I don't know why I'm not doing it. It wasn't time yet. I had to sit in that waiting phase of just waiting for the perfect wave. And then one day I woke up and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm like, I wrote my letter of resignation. I walked it to the principal's office and I just knew. So that Empress energy is, she knows your path. She knows where you're going next. Let her guide you. Let her lead you. Let her jump into your body and take you there. Okay. And call on her. If you're a masculine man and you resonate with masculine energy, call on the Emperor energy. If you're feminine and your feminine energy, call on the Empress. Say, Empress, jump into me. Change me into a woman who can take action. Change me into a man who can go towards what's best for me, even if I don't know what that looks like yet. Say these prayers over and over and over again, and you're giving your consciousness permission to go ahead and to do it for you. And then you wake up the next day and you find yourself doing certain things, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe that I finally did it. I took action when I never thought I would. That's when you ask for assistance. That's why it's called a co-creation. All right, lovies, sending you so much love. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in our weekly reading this weekend. I have a couple more videos coming out this week. I hope you enjoyed them all. I'm sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out.